Welcome back, guys. This is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Today we are going to talk about the Matrix Treadmill C50. It is a pricey machine, but is it the best stair stepper that you can get for your home gym? We are going to talk about all of the features that this stair stepper includes, what makes it good, what makes it bad. Do I think it is worth spending the money on, and make a couple other comparisons to other stair climbers that we have tested and reviewed. Now, there are 4 different screen options that you can go ahead and purchase when you buy the Treadmill C50. And it significantly changes the price point. Like, guys, I am not even joking. It significantly changes the price. So to give you context, if you buy the cheaper screen option, the stair stepper remains the same. No sort of functionality, no sort of step height, nothing like that changes. It's basically just the screen. And that's going to cost you around $5,299. When you go ahead and choose the most expensive option, it's the XUR. That is the one that we have behind me today. It changes the price to just a cool $2,000 extra. Like, I had to check that multiple times because I thought I was going insane. Like, that is actually crazy to me that you are spending an extra $2,000 just for more of an interactive touchscreen. So, do I think that touchscreen is worth it? We are going to talk about all the details. Make sure you are subscribed. You know the drill. Like it, subscribe. We appreciate you being here. Also, if you do want to go ahead and purchase this, we have placed a link below the like button for you. And lastly, this was sent to us by the company, but as always, this is an honest, transparent review. Okay, so what makes a stair stepper good? I think anybody who likes doing steady state cardio. And I feel like it's less intimidating than a treadmill. Like, sometimes when people go to buy a treadmill, they think like, I am not a runner. I don't know if I can do this. Like, it's really hard. Whereas a stair stepper is really great for basically anybody who's just beginning to advance athletes who use this to get that steady state cardio in. Now, with this model, you can go ahead and reach up to 130 steps per minute and almost treat it like a HIIT workout. I think a lot of people like doing that function. For me, I would just treat it, and I think most people would treat it as just like a steady state cardio machine. In fact, when I did it, I did a 30-minute session on this. It was at a moderate intensity, and I burned up to like 250 calories. My glutes were on fire, I was sweating, and I think it's a little bit different than what you would find with maybe like traditional like rowing cardio or running cardio. Because you are on like a stair function, it's just going to engage so many more muscles basically on your lower half. Like, your quads are going to be burning, your glutes, your calves, even some core work is involved with a stair stepper. So in terms of like steady state cardio or, even HIIT workouts, this is a very good option. Okay, so what is like a good price point for stair steppers? I think if you are looking for like a home gym stair stepper, you're gonna find prices ranging from around like $4,500 all the way up to like $7,500, even more expensive than that. This one behind me, again, is $7,299. Now, a couple comparable options to this price point are Jacob's Ladder, which does not have a touchscreen. It's around the same footprint, but it does go up to 160 steps per minute. And then also the Stepper Pro. This is a fantastic one. Again, around the same price point, a little bit cheaper than this Treadmill C50, but it goes up to 190 steps per minute and is a little bit more compact. It also comes with a lot of available like programs within that touchscreen if you decide to do the stepper. So what is involved with the touchscreen? Why is it worth spending that extra $2,000 in order to get it? Well, you're going to have a ton of apps available. I would say that like maybe the programming is okay, but you can customize your workouts. It does have programming available, and that programming is essentially like a hands-free experience. It's going to go ahead and raise and lower the intensity depending on what program option you choose. There wasn't a ton of program options available, but all of the programs I picked like worked me out really well. They weren't boring. I stayed engaged the whole time. And part of the reason I was able to stay engaged is because all of the apps available on this touchscreen. So you have access to things like Netflix, Hulu, even like Kindle Reader. You have the weather app, you have Instagram, you have Facebook. Essentially, there is no reason you ever have to leave this stair climber because Everything you want to do, scroll, read, watch, it's in front of you on that touchscreen. Gets pretty loud when I get out to the snow. Now the touchscreen with this is a nice 27-inch HD touchscreen. It comes with speakers on the front that were actually pretty decent, although the music selection on the programming is so bad, guys. Like, maybe I'm a music snob, I don't know. I actually just ended up turning off the music, threw in my headphones, or you can connect to Spotify, play your music selection through the speakers, whatever you want to do. There's also kind of this like weird function where it's just like surround noise. So if you decide to do the program where it's like almost like this nature scene as you were like walking on the steps, they have like bird noises and insect noises. Honestly, if you are like a bird lover, maybe you would like this, but for me, I was just like, this feels silly. I just couldn't get into it. I'm sweating, I'm dying, and I hear like a crow. So I didn't get it. Now this is like compact. It's not as compact as what we see with the Stepper Pro, but the dimensions on this are 53 inches in length, 28 inches wide, and then 75 inches high. I also have to call out the warranty on this because it says you cannot keep this in a garage. You cannot keep this in a non-climate controlled area. Otherwise, the warranty is essentially void. I don't know why companies do this. They're marketing to home gym owners. Like, let us put it in our garage. The warranty is a lifetime warranty on the frame, 5 years on parts, and then 1 year on labor. Just keep in mind, you cannot keep this in a garage. You cannot keep this on a covered porch. It has to be basically in a climate-controlled area, your house. I do want to call out really quick, the Stepper Pro does not have that type of warranty. It is 10 years on the frame, 5 years on parts, 1 year on labor, and you can keep it in a garage. So it is something to consider. They're very similar machines, and if you have a garage gym, then the Matrix is kind of out for you. Like, you might have to look somewhere else like the Stepper Pro. Okay, so what are some things that you should consider before you buy this Matrix? One is your ceiling height. So basically what the website says is that you need 25 extra inches from your height. So whatever the tallest person in your house is, if you're 6'2", add an extra 25 inches on top of that. And that should be the ceiling height clearance in order to use this. The other thing it says is to go ahead and have 24 inches around the machine, free from any sort of walls, because it has like a vent as it starts going, it cools itself off, and it needs to be able to properly vent. So definitely consider those types of things before you buy this because you want to make sure that you have the available space. Each step is 9 inches deep with a step-up height of 10.5 inches. It's basically like a standard step. I thought that it was really good. The one call out that I do have is when I start going at higher speeds, as my intensity rose, it became so noisy. Now, not noisy enough that if I had my headphones in, the sound wasn't like blocked out. Like if I had my headphones in, I'm blasting Sleep Token, I'm blasting Rye Radio, then like I didn't really notice the noise, but it would be bothersome to me if I didn't have headphones in because it just became noisy at the higher levels.
Okay, so I just want to show you the noise that I'm talking about when it comes to higher levels. Obviously right now I'm at level 1. Fine, this is a normal noise for like all stair climbers, but let's bump it up to level 25. Am I going to be breathing heavy? Yes, but here we go.
It's a little noisy. It's a little loud. Not a deal breaker, but noisy. Go down to lower levels. I'm at level 15 now. Now that's a big deal. Level 10, relatively quiet, relatively. So, just something to be aware of. It does get noisy when you go to those higher buttons. Another thing that I really appreciate about the Matrix is it has levelers on the bottom. So if the place that you put it is not like perfectly level, you have some adjustability in order to be able to do that. Now, this is a movable stair climber. It does come with wheels on the front, but guys, this thing is so heavy. Like, honestly, I would just say pick a spot, and unless you absolutely have to move it out of the way, don't touch it. Like, leave it where it is because this thing is massive. On your display, not only do you have all the access to programmings, all the access to all those apps like Hulu, Instagram, everything that I talked about earlier, but on the bottom of your screen is going to go ahead and show you all of your metrics, all of your data. So you have things like RPM, your step count, your time elapsed, your distance, your calories, your levels, and so much more information. I found it really clear, easy to navigate. I mean, the screen is very user-friendly, which I always appreciate. Now, in terms of comforts, it does have really nice, well-placed handlebars. I found them to be really comfortable, especially as I began to fatigue. Going ahead, resting a little bit, grabbing onto those handlebars. It also comes with a cup holder. Obviously, you're going to be thirsty while you're doing any sort of cardio, so a wide cup holder is definitely an added bonus. It also can connect to a thing called Via Fitness. You can download that app. You have access to a couple extra programs. It's going to help you keep track of all of your data, all of your metrics when you connect your machine to that app. And then also it offers a little extra programming when you download that app. So here are my final thoughts. Here's my final summary. If you like a stair climber, do I have any major complaints about this one? No. Maybe the callouts would be definitely the price, but as we see, it's not too far off to comparable option in terms of price point. Also, the loudness as it gets to higher intensities. Again, nothing major, but definitely something worth calling out to you just so you are aware of it. And then also, I mean, it's a heavy machine. It's not going to be able to be moved very often, but I think most stair climbers, most stair steppers are not going to be something that you want to move. The positives of this is the nice touchscreen. I mean, again, super expensive, but it is really nice and it does offer a lot of data. It offers you a lot of apps, things that you can do on this stair climber. And the last thing I want to mention that I think is important, it's a safety feature, is when you go ahead and step off the machine, your machine automatically stops. It's not like this jarring stop. It slowly comes to a stop. But I do think that's important because, again, if you have little kids running around, they're, touching it, whatever. I like that safety feature. And then lastly, this does have a 300-pound weight capacity and then a minimum weight capacity of 99 pounds. So you definitely have to be at least 99 pounds in order to use this. But if you guys have other comparable options or if you have questions about this matrix, please let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Peace.